We're here with Charlie Norton, and you have two student films in here this year, and they were what were they again?
They were Images and Lose You, Love Me. Two projects I made pretty much over almost a year ago, but have been doing pretty well in their festival runs, and they're now in the Brightside Film Festival. And yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad they're screening. So
Well, it was supposed to be back in August, so we're going a little long here, but we kind of pushed. We really wanted to have it because this festival, it's better when you're there. So we're like, yeah, we didn't really want to go online, but I've worked on some online ones, so we might have to do that because our next one is in March already. So we might do two in March. We don't even care. We're like, let's do it back to back. We don't care. But so we'll see. But so yes, were you able to see these films then, since it's been out for a while, in the theater at a fest at all, or?
Has my films been seen? We have.
Theater, yeah.
So the last, I think it was the only one that was ever able to screen was the Ithaca Student Film Festival up in Ithaca, New York. That was the first festival it got into, and it was a week before the coronavirus literally took over pretty much our entire lives. I wasn't able to go to that screening just due to travel issues, but it got a finalist award. It was up for best student music video, and I was excited for that. I was like, oh, good start. And then the rest of the acceptances so far have been mostly online. It's also got into the Student LA Film Awards out in Los Angeles, and it won best music video at the Boston Screaming Ostrich Film Festival a couple months ago.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah. So you have the music video, and then you have your film there. Which one did you do first?
We did Images first. So background on me, I'm a student at Hofstra University. I'm currently a sophomore, and I shot images for my project for school. And the prompt I had was, it was about a character who had a secret. And the story is about a passionate photographer who is trying to capture the perfect image of this girl and goes out of his way to follow her and try to achieve that by just tracking her whereabouts. And yeah, that was I screened that. I got it done in like 2 weeks, and I screened at my professor, and he was like, "You got to give that on a festival run." I'm like, "Wait, really?" I was like, "It was not bad." He was like, "Yeah, no, just give it a try. Like, see what happens." And yeah, it's been doing pretty well so far.
So that was a school project. Was your other one a school project too, or was that something on your own? Or
Lose You, Love Me was on our own. That was shot this year in January. We just put it out in February, and my friend Allie, who's I went to high school with, she was doing a cover music video, or a cover song, of Selena Gomez's "Lose You, Love Me," which came out that October. She recorded the demo like in December or something, and we got the whole pre-production process done pretty quick. And I worked with her before in the past, so it was very easy. Like we were on the same page with the concept, and also my co-director Dario Mendez. The three of us came together and we just put together one hell of a project. It's been doing pretty well. That was probably one of my favorite shoots of the year so far, just because able to work with people that you've been able to work with before. And just being very immersed into the process, it felt like I was able to get everybody involved in it and trying to have them be a part of something that could possibly be special. And it's been very special to us so far.
What about the casting? Like you say, you work with the people behind the scenes. Did you work with the actors before, or did you do casting for it? Or
no, I haven't really done casting since my latest short, which is currently in post. But most people, when I was putting together projects before a couple months ago, I've been working with people that I've known and that have had the same interest. And that's always easy to start off as a young filmmaker, is that you want to be able to, just grab a couple friends, be like, hey, let's go shoot this. Let's go out there and do that. And that was always the easy thing, because I don't really know that many actors and actresses before those projects, so it was just easy to go to people. Now it's a little bit different. You just expose your work, get reels out, send it out to people, and then that's how the networking process builds. That's people see those small projects that you consider, oh, they're okay. They look at that as they look at it as a pot of gold, and they'll worth you as a filmmaker, and that's what that's what I've learned with just casting and work with people is that, people know people and they want to, help you with the best of both worlds.
What about school? How's that been going? Online or are you there or are you online or?
For Hofstra University, we were hybrid. So I was living there and I was focused on my upcoming short film titled Graffiti. And that has been something I've been working with for a couple months now. And so I was mostly focused on that. But as far as school, it was a hybrid. Just working back and forth between school and then pre-production for my projects that are in the can. But even with COVID, we're trying to still stay safe and still get our work done. So
it's not easy. I teach that stuff, so I'm hybrid too. So it's crazy.
For sure, I get that.
I'd rather be in the classroom.
Yeah,
but the last couple of weeks we were home, but and when we go back, we're home for a week, and then we finally go back to the classroom. So not all of us, just hybrid again. So
yeah,
interesting.
Sure.
Very interesting. But and it's harder. It's been harder to get films done for us. I don't know about you. It's been harder.
Chris, I think it's been hard for everybody. This pandemic has not been easy. And I learned that just even like when you go on sets, like people that you've known for a while and, they want to get you into the ropes and show you what are the new rules for COVID. It's hard for everybody because not everyone knows it.
Yeah.
It's the social distancing it is a pain, but you have to follow it. We have to keep everybody safe. And you just never know when people have been exposed and all that. I mean, we're all trying the best we can. Yeah. I mean, I'll admit, like my last project, we had a pretty big crew, but we were shooting at a very big location indoors, and we were able to make it work without any exposures or COVID cases, and everyone was tested. So it's definitely hard, and it's a toll not only on student filmmakers, but also in the real world as well. So it's definitely, we're all going through it, even though we're trying to say it's a piece of cake, but we're figuring it out.
That's good. At least you're still doing it. It really is not an easy thing to do, but if you continue and just, we'll get through it sooner or later. So
for sure. Yeah.
And, we were hoping to have this live and we'll see what happens. Probably end up online, but I thought, hey, we got to at least interview people, get this going. And so here we are.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, always glad to help. It's first time as a filmmaker on Brightside. So I'm excited after being recommended by a couple filmmakers that have gotten in here before and have won. So yeah. So again, very glad to be back.
You worked on another film that some of the other filmmakers you're talking about there is Zoom Dating. That's going to be in the next one.
Yeah, that was I was a producer of Zoom Dating. Worked with Brendan Egan and Haley Pine, some of my good friends. We did that over quarantine, and I mentored them on that and made sure that they want to get a film out for a couple, just to get something out for their senior films. And obviously, we were locked in the house, and Brendan and I were like, let's come up with let's do something about dating. And I'm like, how can you date during a pandemic? And then Zoom Dating kind of started up, and we kind of went from just kind of build up our ideas, got everyone we knew. We sent out a cast call that had like over 2,000 submissions. So we knew people weren't doing anything, so might as well get the whole world involved. And it's been a hit so far. And I'm happy for both of them. They've won a couple big awards, and it's even I laugh because I'm in it too. And I'm never in any films I'm in. And yet Chris Hansen, he busted me. So
yeah, that was very clever. Good stuff. But so and another thing that I've been able to do is like you said, not many people are doing anything. I'm able to get more people that you wouldn't expect to do interviews on my other podcast show to do the show. They're like, all right, yeah, I got nothing. You got me. I got nothing going on, so I'll do your show.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Could be the same way for movies too. Like right when we're like, this is towards the end, you could be like, I want to get you in my film. They're like, all right, yeah, I'll do it.
For the most part, that's kind of how it is. But I mean, things come up and things go up and down, and you gotta figure it out. And obviously, I think we're all trying to figure things out. So I think it's one step at a time. I take it on that.
Yeah. And that was, I know a long while back now, my other student who's actually graduated in film school, she interviewed you with the cast of that other short film that was playing around.
Harper's First Kiss.
Harper's First Kiss, yeah. So how was working on that?
Harper's First Kiss, that was actually the first film set I was ever on.
It was?
And yeah, so and I met Haley, who directed that as well, at a film festival in Rhode Island, the Gimme Five Film Festival. And just that little networking there, she reached out to me to be a production assistant. And I was like, sure, why not? I didn't know what I was expecting. I walked on and it was a set. It was just a whole world. I never knew what was going on. And I was like, wow, that's like, it's very crazy. And I was on the bottom of the production line. I literally was the lowest you could ever get. And yeah, I'm like, oh, they let me on the interview. I'm like, oh, that's fine. But no, it was a very, very good film to work with, good diverse cast and crew. Got to work with the likes of Chloe Lang and a few other people who I'm still friends with to this day. And I learned a lot from them, and definitely I hope they learned something from me, even though I was just like, oh yeah, I'll move the box here and I'll get the food. But you know, that's it's all about learning. It's just taking it all in and just enjoying what you can, because when you get older and when you get more experience, you're going to get these bigger jobs, like being a director of photography or a producer or a key grip or something. So it was definitely the start, and I'm blessed to be a part of it.
That's good. You put the time in, you learn all the stuff, you do move up. That's what I tell all the students. You will move up that ladder. Just patience,
For sure. It's something I'm still trying to work on, even with work, and people, and it's like, oh, I'm going to get this job. And then it's like, oh, we need someone else for this one. It's like, oh, you got to just keep trucking through and try to stay positive, even during pandemic. I think, it's definitely a game of patience and game of networking. So it's definitely staying on top of things.
Are you planning on doing any films coming up, like maybe this summertime, or like, are you in pre-production for anything that you're going to film soon?
As of right now, I'm actually in pre-production for a couple projects I kind of want to do in between, because my next short film is in post-production right now. And that was, as I mentioned earlier, it's titled Graffiti, and it is about a high school principal conducting a investigation of graffiti vandalization in the boys' bathroom. And that, I think that has a good chance of going places. I'm staying confident on it, but we worked with a very talented cast and crew, and I'm blessed that it got made during the pandemic. So and then as of right now, I'm just keeping my options open. Might be involved in some TV pilot coming up in March, or and some feature film that I can't really say much on, hopefully during the summertime. But I'm just keeping things open and trying to see if I can get a couple throwaway projects out of the way and see if I could get some use out of those. But just trying to stay creating and keeping positive on things.
Great. Well, do you have anything else you would like to promote out there? Your web pages or any films that are out there that people can watch?
For sure. Anyone who wants to check out my work, I am once again Charlie Norton, director, cinematographer, and editor from www.flyingcarproductions.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Norty137, and if you find me on Facebook, then good for you. So yeah.
All right, great. Thanks for joining us, and we'll let you know what we're gonna do.
Thank you so much, Chris. Nice talking to you again.